All right, so we got part one of this reaction video. This
Have
was
some of my iced tea.
back when
I just want to
Lou
sit and
Cologne
watch the
came, I
video so you,
believe, before
and no, before you
Groundwork.
should Should we put this package together at the shop?
We already did that earlier, remember?
Yeah, we didn't confirm that.
I've done 2 clinics with Lou. This is in the first weekend that I met him, and then one around Groundwork time.
Is that your like impatient sigh?
Dude, I stink now and I'm sweaty.
I was gonna say that you stink. I just want to say.
Oh my
I just want to
god.
say no.
It's not my fault. It's not my
Obviously,
fault.
very behind the
It's like
scenes
I'm just
footage.
here in a
I
cup
would have
of
not
tea,
posted this
just
because I'm
waiting to work.
super duper sweaty because Lou put me through a bunch of drills.
All right.
As a side note, this has been, I'm a new dog mom person. Obviously looked very tired, but I figured he is on the verge of taking a nap. He's very, very close. So I figured
Who has good hands? The best hands here.
while he's very close, he's probably going to fall asleep here. I'm going to chase him around a little bit and do this reaction video.
No, I could get a softball.
Baseballs are easier. That's
All
why
right,
you
get a
could.
baseball. Get a baseball. Get a baseball. Get a baseball. Here you go. Naya, this is the easiest drill in the world.
Yeah, if you can't do this, you probably should.
You have really good hands, right? So
Obviously, Lou and I have been hanging out for a while now,
1, 2, 3,
even though
4,
it's the
5,
first
6, 7,
weekend
8,
that
9, 10. Just go like this, very easy.
Your fingertips.
we had met each other.
So good.
But we meshed really well. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but Lou and I did a whole course together. So over the course of 2 trips from Florida or New Jersey, wherever he was at the time, he does the majority of his work or lives out of New Jersey, but he travels a ton around the country. And in the Dominican, trains pro players. He does a lot of stuff, but he invested a lot of time into coming down and filming in California and putting together elite infield development. We kind of created a little side course together.
Now this hand is just going back and forth.
Let's see if he's gonna take this toy instead.
Bracelets there.
There you go.
Curve in and
There
out.
you go. Like that.
Like this, curve in and out.
What's your last? Hold on. I don't. Lamb. Can you just check him off your list?
I know. Morgan, we have 4 minutes. 4 minutes, we're gonna rock and roll.
I think, yeah.
Who are we waiting for?
I don't know.
So you know what? I always pay attention to the first player that walks in and the last player. So I know who the first player was. I want to see who the last player was.
Who's the first one?
The kid with the tall Spanish kid over there with the white hat.
All right. 5:30 on the dot. We're ready to go. Okay, so parents and
He's about to go to
players,
sleep.
welcome.
That's awesome.
This is the workshop. My name is Morgan Stewart. If you guys have never been here before, I run defensive lessons here weekly. Coach Lou Cologne is a guest. I am very, very humbled by his presence here. Very big time in softball and baseball. He's an elite infield trainer. Team USA.
Definitely going through my clinic voice here.
College baseball. He's been a head coach.
I feel like I've got some different voices while I teach. This is the most laid back I'll be. Obviously, no makeup. Woke up in the middle of puppy training here.
And we're going to kind of tag team, give these
Clinic talk is
things to work on at home.
highest energy I'll have. Lesson talk will be after.
For sure. I'm super excited to be here. I've been following Morgan for.
But yeah, this is a cool collaboration that Lou and I did. We both have been following each other a while on social media.
You know, our clinics, they're fast-paced.
And he's primarily baseball. Obviously, his background is baseball, but he trains a lot of softball kids. And we both believe that infield is mostly the same. I would think that first steps in softball, yeah, you're reading the ball in the same way, but you have less time. So baseball infield is more like a dance to me. Softball infield is there's less steps and more, what's it called, urgency. Been losing my words in the last couple of days, sleep deprived, but these videos would be cool to go through because this time period, this was filmed last year. if this is the first, pretty sure this is the first time that we've done a clinic together, and I had Lou plan everything because I was in charge of like planning the camera guys, the script for the course. And I'm like, Lou, do your thing in the clinic. He's like, oh yeah, this is like breathing to me. It's so easy to put together. He's got a whole formula. So this is a Lou Cologne clinic, and I'm just kind of there. It was pretty cool.
Really quick, low, light feet, but our arms are nice and loose when we feel it, so it's going to look like this. So chop, really quick feet, loose arms, and you're going forward. All right? Then I'm going to say high knees. So you're going to transition from chop, high knees, chop, and she's going really slow. Butt kicks. Does that make sense? Okay? So the whole time we're moving forward, all right? So now, when we're doing this, it's a good job over there. When we're doing this drill, a couple of things, right? We're not football players. We're going like this, up and down, right?
So we did separate. We had 2 different groups. And I'm trying to remember, because we did do 2, so they blurred together for me, because if this was the first time we met was in October. We did filming, we did a clinic. And that was pretty much it. We did some like brainstorming about the course, filmed first part of a course.
Slow arms, slow arms. There you go.
Lou might have come out 3 times now I think about it.
Very good. Next one we're going to do.
But this clinic, it was either an hour and a half for 2 sessions or 2 hours for 2 sessions. And I ran the registration for this, which I always break up my clinics into just 2 big groups. Basically 8 to 10 and under. So for all my softball people, that is the 10U ball size. We don't do 8 and under ball size. We just try to keep it in that younger age group. We always use the 10 and under balls. And then for this clinic, we had 10 and under balls and baseballs. And then we had the older kids. So that's 11 years old plus, because that is the bigger size ball for the softballs and, of course, the baseballs.
Chatter. Go. Chatter. Go.
It was cool doing this because we got some of my regular lesson girls that have a good idea of like how to be coached, how to learn, how to make adjustments, but they're being put into different drills that they've never done before. And I love seeing them in this environment, because Lou's got a very fun personality, but he also knows elite. So at the very least, like I know infield, if that makes sense. But like when parents, coaches, kids see a Major League Baseball trainer teaching the same skills to the smaller kids, maybe the verbiage is a little bit different, but they're doing the same drills. I feel like it gives me a little bit of credibility, or more credibility, in teaching those fundamental drills to my older lessons. I think so many times when I say older lessons, it's the majority of like these 13 and 14-year-old kids are like, oh my God, I'm not a little kid. I can do it. Or they start playing catch and they're not very good at playing catch, but they're like, I'm so bored, because there's that cool factor. There's that this phase of growing up where you're like, I'm so not a little kid. I don't throw that ball anymore. Okay, I got it. No problem. But this is still what we're doing.
Does that make sense? All right, so we're going to go fast pace one more time. Once we break down, we're going to chop right here. So notice I'm sinking, using my glutes, my quads, and I'm good athletic. Don't fall forward. Let's do it again. Ready? When I say go, ready, go, quick, break down.
Chop. Good.
That was awesome. Right, turn this way. Nice and relaxed right here. Okay? Right, she's not up here.
So in the course that we do,
she's right here. Okay? Everybody, again, she has
we break down some of his fundamental drills. It's less of, well, it's definitely us talking to the camera and having a conversation between each other, and less of us talking to like the kids around us. There's a lot of different segments in that course that I think are pretty cool, especially it's definitely a course made for coaches.
Feel that looseness? Feels looser, right?
And I say that because we're talking to the coaches about how we coach. We're talking to the coaches about concepts and ways to break down for different ages. It can benefit players, obviously, can benefit parents, but I say it would be primarily based on us talking to coaches. Kind of that same language of how can we best impact the different age groups.
Coach is going to walk around, and we're going to try to push your arm down. Try to go like this. All the coaches try to push their arm down. Right? Stay firm, stay firm. Push your arm down. Good.
Yeah.
Tight V.
Good.
Tight V. Very good.
She already push you?
Right? Does that hurt? Never hurts. Right? Major League infielders play 162 games in 180 days. They throw max effort every day. Their arm never hurts. They're the most durable players in the world. Right? I study Major League infielders every day. I work with them in the winter. This never hurts. Right? You know what hurts? When you start throwing like this. Ouch, 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 right here. Right? So what causes that? Right? Your separation. Right? So if I separate center every time, it's going to naturally create this whip right here, which is going to create the stretch in the back leg. Now everybody get in that same tight V position, okay? Your lower half, for example.
So Lou does not a lot of throwing in his clinics, but like even that makes throwing seem super simple. And we know, especially since I've started like the throwing classes, throwing can be as simple or as complicated as you make it. It gets complicated when we're trying to correct a specific issue, or we're
and go like this, and now their arm gets away.
Like getting into the science of it. When these kids aren't scientists, they're not movement specialists, but it helps to have that information to inform, okay, what's the simplest way I can explain this to a kid? The biggest things that I've taken away from working with different instructors like Lou, like Austin Wasserman, like Adrian Gomez from 212 Athlete, that is at a lot of my groundwork clinics, is we want to keep these kids healthy. How are we going to do that when they're playing so many games? I mean, if you go to like a physical therapist, kids' elbow starts hurting, shoulder starts hurting, they're injured, etc. Like, obviously, best case is they never get injured, so we learn the proper fundamentals early. Second best case is you get into a clinic or a doctor that understands that you're not going to stop throwing. We just want to mitigate the pain. We want to figure out how to strengthen the small muscles in your arms or your back, or learn the proper mechanics. So I love what he said there, is Major League Baseball players play hundreds of games of their career and their arm doesn't hurt. I'm sure some of their arms hurt, but the biggest thing is getting their body into a healthy position. This is probably I think is more common in softball players, having an arm that hurts because of the bigger ball size and like having to kind of cradle the ball this way and push the ball up, getting our elbow below the line of our shoulder. So you see that less in baseball players because it's easy for them to hold the ball down here and get into that whip position that he's talking about right here.
Hard as I can right here because I'm still anchored in that back leg. Softball throw, break center. Break center. That's a good throw. Let's go.
So with your glove, reach.
Much better.
So you even watch the difference between the baseball kids and the first softball thrower that was there.
Shuffle throw. Don't get right here. Get more on top. Here we go.
First softball thrower, she got outside of this angle of her elbow. She got here because she was trying to hold her hands underneath the ball. In lessons, we're always talking about hand being on top of the ball. And if that means we have to take the softball out of our hand, throw a baseball to find that feeling, we do it.
Right on the marker right here. Now notice Morgan has her left toe up right here. This is going to create her direction. So we're going to try to get that short hop, that clean short hop. What is the number one goal of an infielder? Number one goal, most important thing. Catch the freaking ball, right? Catch the ball, right? So if I catch the ball in this part of my glove every time, it's called right off the index finger, the ball will not spin anymore. The ball does not spin anymore. That's called pocket awareness. Everybody say pocket awareness. Pocket awareness. Okay. I can hear a really good infielder because I can hear that.
Lou's clinics are so dense. There's so much information. So me as an instructor, I loved hearing this because those are just like new cues for me to implement with my girls. It was really, really helpful for me.
Hopefully.
You nurse. There you go. Short hop to power. Let's go. Oh, I didn't hear the pop. Let's go. I didn't hear the pop. Short hop to power. Yes, that's better. Short hop to power. Good. All right. Does that make sense? Common mistake infielders make. Put it in the bucket. Bucket, kiddo.
Good.
Bucket.
Power. Good.
Let's go. Go. 2-inch short hop. Good.
Push
2-inch
So what you don't see, there's probably 6 lines of coaches just feeding these lines of kids.
Good.
So again,
Hands out.
said this in all the reaction videos, but you've probably seen some of these
All
clips,
the way up to the line.
but just imagine
Good. Get that short hop. Good.
kind of what the parents are looking at as they're sitting down is their kids in a line of 5, and then they've got like 6 lines going through this. But everybody is getting 1 rep switch, 1 rep switch. It's pretty cool to see.
So I want to skew the ball right here, right? I want to be relaxed in my presentation, but once I present that glove, this glove's going to be like a little bit firm because I want that ball to stick right here, right? So our glove presentation should be in the same path of the ball. So once I present, I want that ball is going to have natural top spin, okay?
This way.
Good.
Come on.
Good.
Good.
Awesome.
Hands out.
Good.
Go.
Good.
Just as a little update, Ben is sleeping.
All right. So,
We went,
the reason I just wanted to see her cast 5 balls.
me and my parents and my brothers were going back and forth with some different names. Name options were, my mom really wanted Sam. She still calls him Sam because I think either she's being passive aggressive and she thinks that should be the name. But I don't know. Sam, I liked Gray. It was a really cool name to me, but I have another dog named Ray, so I didn't want to call Gray because he's in trouble because he's a puppy and he's biting stuff. So couldn't name him Gray. Just watched the movie It Ends With Us, and I really like the name Atlas. Right now, he seems more like a Ryle, if you've watched the movie. What other names do we like? We liked Beckham was a cute name. So yeah, we went with Ben. I actually had a dream that I named this dog Ben, kind of when I was anxious, like if I should get a dog or not, and then I had a dream that I did, and I named him Ben. So that's what I went with.
Get the short hop. Come get it. Oh, you got stuck. Go get that. Go get that.
I think baseball boys at this age are so cool because they're so into, like, I am a baseball player. I think that's a testament to, like, obviously Major League Baseball being in existence and being really, really cool. So, of course, like, all these kids want to play in the major leagues. Softball's on its way there. I think college softball's got that brand. AU softball getting there. But I think all these kids have the look of a baseball player, and I think it's so cool.
I catch the ball and I give, and now it's in this position right here. If I get a short hop moving in that direction, I press through, right? So on the long hops, we give. This is called a hinge, right? On the short hops, we want to shorten the length of that hop. So we press through on a short hop hinge. We give on a long hop hinge. Does that make sense?
Mentally, as I was going through this clinic, I was like still, it's funny because I had to be this is why I was sweaty before the clinic, is he had me try all these drills before I was the demo for these 8 and 9-year-old kids. So we worked up a sweat and then started the clinic, but mentally, I'm again taking notes. I felt like I should have my phone notes out to like write down the different cues, because if you've been following along, we've got some good tight V stretch with our back leg cues for throwing. We've got the pocket awareness, that whole thing, where we should catch the ball off the index finger. Now he's talking about catch and hinging.
Oh, one ball kicked. What did I say, video guy? Fix that
I think the biggest thing that I got out of
Good.
this clinic or in working with Lou, and that I think about all the time with my
So you're going
infielders,
Coach, you can walk up.
is separating middle or just creating a consistent separation between the glove
hands out.
and the
Go.
throwing hand,
So you're going to
because
Morgan.
this way. Get to power.
different
Come back.
places that you separate the ball from the glove
You can two
is
balls
creating
in
a
one
different
try.
throwing
Let's
pattern
go.
every
Start right
time,
here.
and
Opposite.
inconsistency in where you separate.
Throwing position right there.
Good.
Go ahead. Go.
Good.
Go. Yeah.
Very good. All right,
That's it.
hold it up. Go.
Go. Go. Glove out. Glove
Very
out. Glove
fast
out. Go
clinic. So
ahead.
even if these kids aren't doing it
Stay low.
right every time,
Go ahead. Glove
we're
out.
going
Early.
max effort, max speed. And this is,
So go.
Glove out. Glove
there's
out.
different parts of
Stay low.
this clinic.
Good job right here. Let's
Good.
go.
Chest low. Go. 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 Chest low.
Some are fast and it doesn't matter. Like you go, you go, you go. And
Very good.
sorry, Ben.
Very good.
We'll come up for a second.
Awesome. Stay low. Good.
And I think there's
Stop
really
kicking the ball
cool
right here.
Yes.
things that kids can learn from just going fast and trying it. Is like you got to be brave. You just got to go and try it.
So,
And once they start developing the skill and doing it right,
the reason I say that,
they're
right,
developing
if I were to draw an
confidence too.
outline,
Like,
connect
hey,
the
it's okay to
dots,
mess up, or it's okay to
this
not
is
do
a
it right.
fielding
Like all we
radius,
care about
like a
is
big
your max
circle,
effort.
right? Because she can make that play. I think she can make this play, right? So she can make all these plays, right? So what happens is we have to move a good posture. So right off of her pre-pitch, show me your pre-pitch, right? So she's in a good athletic position, maybe 30 degrees right here. She has to stay in that position. So if she has to move to her left, she has to stay in that posture right here. The moment she gets tall, right? The moment she goes like this, gets tall, loses posture, and goes down, that is a tenth of a second. You know what happens in a tenth of a second? That ball travels 15 feet. It's a good fielding position.
There we're talking about fielding
So,
radius. Fielding radius is
we
another
talked about
thing that as a
safety too,
coach, I'm
right?
like,
She's not
whoa,
6 and 12.
this blew my mind
Her
about
elbows are going to hit her body. She's more like 7 and 2
why
play.
keeping our chest
There's
down,
a
he
little
calls it
bend. You guys
maintaining
can just
posture, is
stand up
so
and look at me while I'm
important.
talking here. There's a
Once
little
we get to the
bend
ball,
in her elbow right here, right? This way she has
getting
adjustability. She can go forward,
getting
go
low,
back. Her
staying
ball,
low through it,
this
because if
ball
we're
gets a
coming
little
up and
firm, right?
down,
Coach,
we're
you said try
losing
to be really
time.
soft with your hands. Yeah, you're soft going down, descending, but when you're about to catch the ball, we want have a really clean catch right here. You want to hear that pop. Once she secures that ball, she can get into her control hand and go right to a power position. So the first drill we're going to do is going to go like this. Elbows on knees, you're going to rest. Uh-oh. Okay? So rest, elbows on knees. We're going to look up. We're not going to look down like this. We're going to look up. That's going to keep our back flat, and we always want to see the ball out in front, right? We don't
I'm
see it
still
to the
getting a workout.
So it's going to go like this. When I say rest,
Notice it's
elbows
gotten
on knees,
darker.
flat back,
I don't know if you can
good
notice, but I
posture.
just
When I say
know
present,
the lighting inside.
rest.
Sun has set. I think this is now
Look at the ball and you're about to
getting
get
into the older group, or it's the end.
Catch it without looking over.
You ready? Rest.
Do we want toe up?
No, not
Toe
toe
down?
up yet, but
Okay.
great. That may have been your best question of the day. You ready? So rest. Present. All right, we're all going to do it together. Present. Rest. Look at me. Some of you girls.
So notice this is one of the slower parts of the clinic.
We want to have wrist tilt right here. If we present like this,
Now
rest,
coaches are
rest.
walking around.
Present.
You can see them
Rest.
walking around, trying to make sure people are doing it right.
She gathers, she's going to feel like she's kind of pushing off that wall, boom, right here. Common mistake infielders make is that when they plant their brace step, they'll plant it like this. Their foot's going that way, and then they'll get this foot in this position. And now they almost have to go all the way around to create direction. If I just focus on keeping this foot straight, it naturally keeps my right knee in. So now when I feel it straight, now when I gather, boom, this is taking me right to the target. Then,
Another little snippet.
good, very good. Next we're doing a transition to backhand.
Brace step.
Glove and her face.
That's the thing that we don't think about
Glove and
often
her
in
face
softball,
with the ball
or I
right here.
haven't.
Also notice, this is a hard drill because she's not going to lose punch. She's not going to go up and then go back and then go down. That's stabbing at the ball. She's going to keep that glove low in the fielding zone the whole time. It's a hard drill. You're going to be hurting after you do this. In fact, all you kids tomorrow, when you go to school, tomorrow is Saturday, Monday, or tomorrow you're going to be sore. Good. Rest.
Other way. Forehand.
Other way, forehand. Rest. Present. Open. Drag the glove. Good. Rest. Present. Rake. Nice job. Good job. Really good job. You ready? Let's go. Rest. Present. Rake.
This is almost like relaxing to me. Each night, the last 3 nights, Ben's woken up 3 times to go pee outside, which is a good thing. Not a good thing for my sleep. But, yeah, this is very relaxing for me to like listen to this, be reminded of some of these concepts, see the kids working. Makes me want to go to sleep, but it's good stuff. Let me show you guys Ben again.
Right foot.
Good play. Good play.
Come on,
Let's
baby.
go. Set and throw. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I know you're sleepy.
Good. Dude, let go of
Sleepy
that back
boy.
leg. Once you throw it, let it go. Nice. You guys throw like a little bit. Good. Oh, good hands, but don't get it back here.
Let's see if he sleeps on me.
Good. Good.
Brand new
Let's
to
go.
this
Morgan, you're pretty good at
desk life.
It's like I do it for a living or something.
What is this? Stop doing this. Get low like the potato caller.
Yeah, got a loud voice.
I'm so hungry right now.
Last ball.
Here you go.
Come on.
Let's go, balls
You can lay down right here.
Balls up. Rotate.
Transfer
What do we think?
your right hip.
What do we think of this guy? Is this guy Ben? Is he an Atlas?
2 hands down there.
Boom, and I follow my throw. Okay? So I want to catch it.
Sleepy.
Don't go back. Get out front.
It's almost the end of nap time. It's almost the start of crazy time. No, maybe you can sleep on me. No, you don't want to? You want to go over there?
What? Who are you?
Stay here.
Girlfriend.
You're really good.
Nice.
I was with my dad in my batting cage out.
Nice. I could tell. I could tell.
Kind of likes that.
Don't be that kid. Dude, you
Sleepy.
are you serious? Don't be that kid.
Okay, last ball each.
So yeah, for each of these sessions, we ended with just mass reps. So we had 4 people. We had 4 people hitting live.
Oh my God, you're such a whiner. All right. Nice. Get that front glove up.
Don't spin this way.
Front glove's gotta
So
be up.
annoyed with me right now.
Good.
Girl.
He just let me sleep. Well, the problem with just letting him down is every time he wakes up, we have been going potty outside. But we've got about 2 minutes left of this video. And then we're going to go downstairs and do an outside project. And then he can go potty or fall asleep again.
Front glove.
Stay through.
That a girl. Come on.
Good play. Good play.
Here you go.
Almost fall asleep.
In the world was that?
Close.
Here you go.
There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Good. So look at me, coach.
Come on,
ball.
come on.
So when I'm securing that ball, I want to secure it out here, out in
Nice,
front.
let's go.
I want to make it easy for that player. So once I get it,
Bare
I
hand
flip.
pickup, good
and I
throw.
follow
Good
like
throw,
this.
come on.
That was the best toss you've seen in your life. Here we go.
Rolling that
Let's go.
glove.
Separate
Rolling
those
that
hands.
glove. Show me inside
Yes.
your
Get
glove.
this glove out of
Thanks.
the way.
Show
We're
me
almost done.
inside early.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
Easy, let's go. Here we go.
Nice
He
play.
is cute, huh?
Stay. Oh, nice play.
Get harder.
Good play.
Harder.
Good job.
Here we go. Go get
Love
it.
ending with live balls in my lessons in clinics, or at least a competition in clinics. Yikes! He's almost there.
Let's go.
Because it gets them to implement some of the things that they learned, or at the very least get out of that
Here you go.
thinking mentality and back into like a competitive mindset.
Last ball each.
Nice
Last ball
play.
each.
Nice play.
Here we go. Go, go.
Look at these little ballers.
Good job.
Rid
Good
of it.
job.
I love
Nice.
this.
Get rid of this ball.
Let's go. Good job.
In and out. In and out. Let's go.
Stay through it. Nice.
Come on.
Had a lot of new baseball families in the facility because our facility is primarily all softball. Had a lot of people confused.
To run to the ball.
Yeah, attack the
And
ball.
of course, the
Attack
what'd you
the-
learn
of course,
at the
of course.
end of the
Where do we-
clinic.
where do we-
This
let me
is the
ask you
first
something.
session again. So
Where do we bring the
we'll be
ball?
coming back with a part 2, I'm sure, talking through
Agreed? Center
the older
separation,
group,
right?
see what's a little bit
Two things
different.
we
I
wanna
think
see every
Lou in
time,
the next
ball and
video
Glove.
glove,
will
right?
change up the
Ball and
drills a
glove should
tiny
be
bit.
sight every time, all right? Is this good posture?
No.
No, this is waiting for a bus. All right, this is good posture. Now, the only time, sometimes you're gonna have to get tall, right? If you have to run and catch that fly ball that center fielder can't catch, then you go. Okay. When we separate, where do we separate? Center every time. Not only do we bring it center, we separate center. Okay, and this is a
I really
technique
like this
position.
clinic
And
for the
we
young
throw, we let
kids.
it go.
They all
Okay?
seem to really
Keep
buy
in
in.
mind, in a game, don't think. Just play. Just have fun, right? Right? The game will reveal itself. Just go out there, be athletic, make plays. Same thing with hitting. Really good job today. You guys crushed it. You guys are really good. You guys are gonna have bright futures.
Crushed. You guys want to break? Okay, this is how we break
Photo?
here. We're gonna
Okay.
break, and then we're gonna do a photo. We go left foot in. Everybody make a big circle. We go left foot in.
Whoa.
This is how you break?
This is how we break.
Whoa.
So we gotta make sure we're looking around. We're being good teammates. We're looking around, making sure everybody
I got
has a
this.
spot in the circle. Then we go 2 taps on the ground with our glove, 1 high five in the middle, and then we do a little picture. Got it?
Nice.
Are we ready? Ready, go!
1,
High
2,
five.
high five. I like
Bam.
that. I like
Bam.
that. Pretty big.
Okay, Carlos is gonna take a picture of us. See Carlos?
See you
over
next
there?
time.
So far away.